Good evening. Here is the world news from our studio BGI TV, Baba Bajere Imo TV. First are the major headlines for the world news this hour. I am Rabi Lawal. Senate passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, approves electronic transmission, directs primary. Soludo wins Anambra governorship election. Kanu's lawyers stage walkout as court adjourns trial to January 19, 2022. Obada kidnapping, we have paid the ransom with codeine, says Ogun residents. Oluwo, traditionalists clash as monarch claims authority over deity. And to foreign, Google wins UK legal case over iPhone tracking. And in sports, Raw kicks against two-year World Cup. Now the news and details. The Senate on Tuesday approved the Conference Committee report on Electoral Act Amendment Bill. The report was approved after the Senate leader Yahya Abdullahi moved the motion on Tuesday. The Senate and House of Representatives had in July passed different versions of the bill. While the Senate proposed either direct or indirect mode of party primary, the House of Representatives made direct primary mandatory for all parties. The Senate has also, in its version, empowered the Nigerian Communications Commission to determine the electronic transmission of election results. The House did not give such powers to the NCC in its version. The provision caused an outrage, with many calling on the Senate to follow the example of the House of Representatives, which adopted the use of technology where practicable. The Electoral Commission will now have to decide how to transmit election results either electronically or manually. Both chambers also approved that all political parties must use the direct primary mode in picking candidates. Former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has been declared winner of the Anambra governorship election by Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The returning officer of the Anambra governorship election, Professor Florence Obi, announced the result on Wednesday morning at INEC office in Oka, Anambra State. The Charles Chukwuma Soludo of APGA, having certified the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar said on Wednesday. Soludo, who was the Apex Bank governor between 2004 and 2009, was declared winner after the November 6th election.
He scored 842, 842 votes. Candidate number 17, Ifeanyi Patrick Uba, male, of YPP. He scored 21261, 21,261 votes. Candidate number 18, Okonkwo Obiora Francis, male, of ZLP. He scored 2082, 2,082 votes. Found that Charles Chukwuma Soludo of APGA, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Wow. This is dated today, 10th November 2021, and is signed by me, the returning officer. Thank you very much and good night. Okay, I'm supposed to give.
Justice Binta Inyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday adjourned till January 19, 2022, the trial of the 10 leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. But there was confusion as Kanu's team of lawyers staged a walkout over the refusal of the British of the Department of State Services to allow some of them to gain access into the courtroom. Kanu, who was brought into the courtroom around 9:52 a.m., and shortly after his case was called up, bemoaned the refusal of security agents to allow some members of his legal team, especially his lawyer from the United States of America, Bruce Fein, to enter the courtroom. Meanwhile, counsel for the federal government and director of public prosecution, M.D. Abubakar, urged the court to proceed with the trial in the absence of Kanu's lawyers. Justice Inyako expressed displeasure over the conduct of Kanu's lawyers and adjourned the case till January 19 and 20, 2022 for trial. Residents of Obadaoko in Abeokuta area of Ogun State have reportedly paid the ransom of 3 of their people abducted by gunmen on Saturday. The resident who pleaded anonymity said the resident had paid a sum of 1.5 million naira and some packs of codeine to get the abducted people released. They had reportedly demanded 10 million naira with packs of drugs, food, and water before it was later reduced to 1.5 million naira with some packs of codeine, water, and food. The police public relations officer in the state, Abimbola Oyeyemi, confirmed the abduction of the residents. The Oluwo of Iwo, Oba Abdul-Rashid Akanbi, and the traditionalist in the town clashed as the monarch declared that he cannot be a slave to any deity. The Oluwo said that while speaking at the maiden edition of God Festival held at his palace, he insisted that celebrating deities belittle traditional rulers, noting that only God is worthy of worship by monarchs. Oluwo said, a king must celebrate the king of all kings and not to celebrate lesser gods but Almighty God. He included that he is not a slave to deity or idol, that he has authority over them all and is representing the royal king Kabiyesi, who is the God of all. However, Traditional Religion Worshippers Association, TRASO, are fuming over the sacrilege against Yoruba deities by the monarch. They are threatening to embark on a million-man protest to Oluwo's palace. Of Governor Adeboyega Oyetola of Osun State did not compel the monarch to apologize. To foreign news. Britain's highest court on Wednesday blocked a $4 billion class action against Google that had accused the company of illegally tracking millions of iPhone users. The Supreme Court said in a statement that its 5 judges unanimously dismisses the legal action brought by campaigners against the US-based technical giant on behalf of 4.4 million people in England and Wales. It accused the Google of secretly tracking iPhone users' internet activity. It claimed Google illegally misused the data of millions of iPhone users via the Celestian tracking and collection of information about internet usage on iPhones. Google had yet to respond to its legal victory thanks to the Supreme Court, concluding that the unlawful processing of data had not been proven. And to sports. Super Eagles head coach Jarrod Rohr has kicked against the proposition by former Arsenal coach Arsene Wenger that the World Cup tournament should hold every 2 years. Wenger, head of global development for world governing body FIFA, had suggested overhauling the international match calendar from 2024 to have fewer international breaks and more meaningful matches. The proposition has been opposed by several national team coaches like Didier Deschamps, Roberto Martinez, Dragan Stojkovic, among others. Rohr also joined the list of national team coaches who disagreed with the Frenchman's decision. That was the news from our studios, BGI TV. But before we go, a quick retake from the headlines once again. Senate passes Electoral Act Amendment Bill, improves electronic transmission direct primary. Soludo wins Anambra governorship election. Kanu's lawyers stage walkout as court adjourns trial to January 19, 2022. Obada kidnapping. We have paid the ransom with codeine, says Ogun residents. Oluwo traditionalist clash as monarch claims authority over deity. And from the foreign angle, Google wins UK legal case over iPhone tracking. And sports, Raw kicks against 2-year World Cup. That was the news. Well, thank you for watching. Special thanks to everyone. And not forgetting our 3 major social media handles: YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. On YouTube, Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates of our broadcast. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page to be part of BGI TV. On Instagram, Gbagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services and coverage of your events and social function, 070-3822-6160. I am yours faithfully, Rabi Lalawa. Have a wonderful evening.